the foundation that it is. So
everything here was built on murder, lies, and deception.
Exactly. And even with that, all the secrecy, all, you know what I'm saying? Like what we think we know in the modern age now, it's only an inkling of what really occurred not even 50 years ago. Like, think about our perception of Martin Luther King is shaped by the historians that were alive then and the people who remember what they remember. Because everything is perception, bro.
Correct.
So, like, even our perception of why is there only two main speakers we can think of? And as far as like figureheads of the civil rights movement, there might have been fucking 30 of them, bro. There might have been 30 fucking voices, but only two of them get the
main.
You know what I'm saying? They
get the main billing.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So this is like, again, and we have just started like scratching the surface as a community of actually mastering ownership of our image, and we're not even close to even completing it, because there's this thing that I keep hearing about online. It's like because of like, I guess, the direction that we're going in as a unit, as a race, it's like redefining, recapturing, reshaping, and actually redefining our ethnic image. You do what I'm saying? It's like our ethnic image, it has for the longest time been really just misappropriated. It's been taken and flipped on its head, and everything about us we've kind of like, because again, it goes back to me saying how we always take a negative and try to turn it into a positive, and we have a history of like making the good, showing the good and the negative. A lot of that is pointless when you look at what we're working with. But what we do have that we have in our grasp, but we've done little with because it's always been manipulated by the media, is our ethnic image, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like who we are, what we represent should not just be it should not conclude with it should not be concluded with Gucci, Givenchy. You know what I'm saying? All this designer shit, trying to be the flashy.
One to define our success and wealth by someone else's
somebody's standards.
Somebody's standards and prosperity. Like, and it shouldn't be that way. And to speak on what you were saying as far as our imagery and taking a negative and turning it into a positive. They've been doing it to us for forever, right? When you go back at history and look at the swastika that the Nazis used, right? Mm-hmm. If you go back 1,000 years before that, you go find it. 2,000 years, you go back and you find it in Mesopotamia or India or in certain parts of Africa. The sign that the swastika was actually a sign of peace.
Yep.
It was a sign of peace. And one little midget fuck who was upset with his way of lifestyle and was worried about, and his main fear was dying and not being remembered as much of nothing. He turned it into a sign of fear and hate.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And then for us, like I listened to some of the things that my family would sit around and tell us about, right? Like making buttermilk, taking something from nothing, making buttermilk, mm-hmm. taking the pig intestines and making a meal out of it. Creating bacon, creating chitlins, creating a whole meal. We took something from nothing all the time. And it does show our resilience and brilliance and ingenuity in a positive light, or should I say a positive light? It does show that we're able to accomplish. But one of the things that bothers me is that we look at those things like that's the only thing we can do when we should be able to take what we are and just control it. Like, why does everything have to be a negative?
Yeah, why we got to take that? Why is it all? And we're always praised for. It's almost like, oh, look at how good they are. Look at what they can do. They're so creative, bro. We have a gold mine. We have the lion's share of talent and intellect in our own community that we can build from, that we can develop from. But yet we're always heralded for turning nothing into something. Dude, we've got something. Let's turn something into something better. You do what I'm saying? And I'm not saying we're not doing it. Trust me, it's not that, because there's so many levels and layers of evidence of that. However,
Correct. I get what you're saying, but it's just that what's being heralded and put out into the media is that we entertain very well. Yes. You know, we're really great at being comedians, but in the actual facts of it all is we're great lawyers and judges and physicists and astrophysicists as well, but no one speaks on those things.
Exactly. It's always the rags to riches story with us. It's always the rags to riches story with us. And that's another thing. It's like, it's the perception of this is your only way out. This is your only way out. You know what I'm saying? And if you even break it down even further, it's like the divisiveness is so corrupting that we have like, we're divided even in our households because of it.